Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Colorado beat Cincinnati during the college game day this morning. Nick Saban had high praise for Coach Prime's squad. I think the team to watch out for is Colorado. One thing that Deion told me this summer was he finally had two coordinators that believe like he believes. And now, you know, they're going to discredit, Cincinnati's not that good. Because I noticed anytime he beat a team, they're not that good. When they lose, well, if he what he said he was, he should have won this team. Because remember, they went on the road, beat UCF, which was ranked. Well, UCF ain't that good. And they were like number 2 team in the country as far as rush yards. Did a great job on them. Cincinnati did won that ball game. They're 6-2 now. They're bowl eligible. I think, you know, and when he took over Ocho, that was a 1-12, 1-11 squad. And in 2 years, he has them bowl eligible. And, you know, he did a lot of it, you know, through the portal. But you can't do that. He's like, look, I know the type of player that I'm looking for. And guys that have already been to college, so they know what it's like to be in college. They know to study. They know how to study, go to study hall. They know the training schedule. So they're a little farther along than guys that are coming out of high school. But I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow. I'm not gonna bother him tonight, but because I'm afraid he might pick up the phone and then he'll forget to celebrate his own victory. He start going in on me. So I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna call him once we get offline because I don't trust him.
But hey, that was a good game, man. That goddamn Travis Hunter special, man. Horn,
for sure.
Shedeur. I mean, they were able to run the ball efficient tonight. They were able to run the ball. Listen, all 3 phases of the game: special teams, offense, defense, the interior. Now, I thought it was going to be a shootout the way, you know, both teams scored. You know, it was 14-14. And then, you know, the defense kind of got it together. Now, what they do need to do is if you're playing a better team, they allow Cincinnati to come back towards the end of the game and made me a little uncomfortable watching. I'm sure that's something Prime would want to discuss with them and trying to finish the game strong just as well as you did in the second and third quarters where you kind of dominated, where it was like it was punt. Like you had almost 4 series where you had points. You put up points, whether it be touchdowns, whether it be field goals. Everything kind of slacked off on the tail end of the game.
I was surprised, Ocho, that they had a 4th down and they were on like the 45-yard line. And they didn't go for it. I thought he would go for it there and put the nail in the coffin. He punted the ball, and then they ended up in. Then they had another situation. I think the biggest thing is what he's going to be, and he's going to be proud of his team because I thought they played well today. And it's not about running the football, trying to get 7-8 yards a carry. Sometimes it's about just being balanced. Run the ball just well enough that you can play action off. And that's what they got today. They didn't average 4 yards a carry, but they ran the ball well enough that they could play action off it, and they had some lanes to throw the ball. I thought Shedeur threw the ball extremely well tonight. But that's the biggest thing. And sometimes when you get those 3rd and 1s, you gotta get those. You gotta get those, Ocho, because they had 2 situations that are 3rd and 1 and a 3rd and 2, and they didn't get either. And so that's the situation where you want to put the game away. We can end all the suspense. We don't have to worry about anything like this because we're going to keep the ball for another 3-4 minutes. You're down 17. So by the time you get the ball back, if you get the ball back with 4 minutes and you can get 3 scores, well, we deserve to lose. But that would have been an opportunity for them to put the game away. And also on the 3rd down, I thought he would have ran it to make them burn that final timeout because you know you're going to get kicked the field goal. You got that in your back pocket. I don't want them to have any timeouts. I don't want them to be able to stop the clock unless they get out of bounds. I don't want them to be able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and take a timeout. So that was, other than that, I thought this team played really well. They missed a couple of tackles. I'm sure he's going to talk about when I don't know if they meet tomorrow. I don't know how they do it in college. Hell, it's been so damn long since I've been in college. I don't even know. But I think he's going to tell them guys, when we get there, that's as far as he goes. That's as far as he goes. And no yak, no yards after contact, no yards after catch, none of that. When we arrive on the scene, That's it. That's the end of that play for them. But they played well, Ocho. Yeah. They played well. Shedeur threw the ball well. 25 of 30, 323, 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball 40 attempts, 123 yards. Obviously, Trav was 9 for $153, 2 touchdowns. Horn was 5 for 76. Shedeur should have had another touchdown because he got it called back. Remember, he pieced the dude out, and they called unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah. But other than that, I thought they played well, Ocho. Colorado looked really, really good. Who they got next, Ash? They got Texas Tech in Texas Tech. Texas Tech lost.
Well, they're going to be doing.
They lost to TCU, and they lost last week to Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to be
throwing the ball all over the place.
Oh, they're going to put the ball up in there like 40, 50 times now. That's what Texas Tech do. They're going to put the ball up a bunch of times, and you got to be sound. They're going to make some plays, but just like when they make their plays, you just can't overreact. Don't try to overcompensate and try to get out of character and try to do something and get it all back. Well, I'm going to make a play here and give up an even bigger play. But congratulations to the CU Buffaloes, 34-23 winners over the Cincinnati Bearcats. And for the first time since 2016, the Colorado Buffaloes are bowl eligible. So you know what that means? We going bowling. Congratulations, Coach Prime and the CU, the city. They're very, very deserving. But this is not this is the start now. They're not satisfied with just winning 6 games. We got that in our back pocket. So I'll be able to hold on. It's like if I'm playing blackjack. Okay, I'm already up. The money that I came to the table with. So now I'm going to stuff that away to make sure I don't lose that. So they can't take these 6 wins away from me. Now let me get greedy. Yeah. I want sweepstakes. I want to win the Powerball, the Mega Millions, the Cash 4, the Fantasy, and the Cash 3. Yeah, I'm greedy. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? I'm greedy. I'm trying to get sweepstakes.
You know what makes it even better? When you look at the landscape around college football and understanding players want to go to teams where you can get the exposure, obviously IL money.
Yes.
Going from 1-11 or 1-12, whatever it may have been, into having a turnaround this fast and improving a team this fast, what do you think everybody gonna want to come to? What do you think everybody gonna want to come to? Because they know all the eyes are gonna be on Colorado. When Shedeur leaves, when Travis Hunter leaves, somebody gonna come in and fill those slots. Players are gonna hit that portal and they're gonna want to come there because they understand the eyes are gonna be on you. And if you perform the way you think you should perform, if you really him like you're supposed to be him, you get it done.
You're absolutely right. Again, CU 34, Cincinnati 23. They are bowl eligible for the first time since 2016. Congratulations, Coach Prime and your staff. Congratulations to the players, because it's you guys that's getting it done. But the coaches did a great job of doing putting you guys in position to make those plays, and you guys are starting to execute. So the defense is definitely starting playing better, getting after the quarterback, making plays on the ball, getting their head around. So congratulations to CU. You're bowl eligible, 6-2. Steve Sarkisian, Longhorn, and Quinn Ewers bounced back from a tough loss against the Georgia Bulldogs. They beat the number 25 Vanderbilt Commodores 27-24 in the SEC road debut. Ewers shook off an early tip pass for an interception to complete 17 straight passes on his way to 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sarkisian called this a culture and toughness win for his Longhorns. We knew it was going to take 60 minutes against the style of team. And again, it's always good to get a road win. Like I said before, that was a good football team. They weren't 25th in the country on accident. Ask Alabama.
I was just getting ready to say that. This is a good road win for Texas. Obviously, Ewers had a good game. I call it a decent game. Had a decent game.
Yeah, he had 2 picks.
Vanderbilt is much better than people get credit for. Yes. Obviously, I know they are ranked, but what they were able to do with Alabama, if they were able to bounce back and have another, I'm assuming it would have been an upset.
You beat the number 1 team and now you beat the number 5 team?
I think Texas, they number 5 and number 3.
No,
okay,
5.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been really, really good for their program. But I'm glad, Quinn Ewers, he did what he needed to do.
Ewers.
And they got a nice little gauntlet of games coming up. The next 3, they're probably going to win. They have Florida, they got Arkansas.
They got past the little tough stretch.
Well, that last game, maybe Texas, maybe
Georgia.
Texas.
I mean, Georgia. You talk about
No,
Vanderbilt?
I'm talking about Texas. Their next three. The next three is very, very winnable. Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and then ending with
Arkansas put yards up. They had their third game. They were over 600 yards today, Ocho. Oh, they put some yards up on you now. You better be careful with them.
We talk about Texas defense now. They ain't no slouch. So I don't think I don't think.
Where's this game at? Where's the Arkansas Texas game at? That's what's going to be interesting. Arkansas a little better than people think. It's at Arkansas, which is a tough place to play. And the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over early. Kind of that's what got Texas. Texas was up by 14 in the fourth quarter. Give Vanderbilt credit for not going away. This game was a lot closer than I think for Sark's liking. They're 5-2, 5-3, 2-2 in the conference. Vanderbilt is much improved. Vanderbilt used to be the doormat. Now they have a very good baseball team. Their baseball team is outstanding. Nice. But Texas go on the road. Number 5 Texas Longhorns go on the road, improve to 7-1 as they take down the number 25 Vanderbilt Commodores 27-24. Ocho, the number 5 Alabama Crimson Tide at home blanks Mizzou. Number 21, Mizzou, 34-0. Jamarion Miller rushed for 2 touchdowns. The number 15, Alabama's defense, had 3 interceptions. Missouri played most of the game without starting quarterback Brady Cook. Remember, it was Brady Cook that left, went to the hospital, got an MRI, came back and led a team. They were down, I think, 14, led a come-from-behind victory last week. This week, there was no such magic in that body as they get blanked on the road in Birmingham or Tuscaloosa. 34-0.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama needed that. I mean, they needed a team win. It had to be. I wouldn't use the word demoralizing. I don't want to say that. But when you're supposed to play teams, and you're supposed to beat them on paper, you're much better. And to lose, to Vanderbilt, to be able to come back and respond this way against Missouri is a good thing. It's really a good thing.
Well, the thing is, Ocho, is that Jalen Milroe has to understand that team is not good enough to overcome his mistakes. Played a clean game today. He didn't turn it over. You look at the Vanderbilt game, he turned it over. You look at the Tennessee game, he turned it over. This is a young defense. They're not good enough. This team is not equipped to come from and to overcome his mistakes. He plays a clean game to have an opportunity to win a lot of games. But when he turns it over, now you go, and if you look at a lot of times when he turns the ball over, he's taking points off the board. Remember last week against Tennessee, he threw an interception in the end zone. At worst case scenario, you're going to get 3. Maybe if you go, and you definitely don't want to do it on first or second down because now you deny yourself third down to try to get the ball into the end zone. So I think that's the thing that he's going to need to understand. But I thought Kalen DeBoer did a great job of running the football today. 37 rush attempts, 271 yards, 4 touchdowns. Hayes, 8 carries, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Young, 3 carries, 63 yards. Milroe, 11 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Jamarion Miller, 11 carries, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns. Law, 1 carry, 21 yards. You see a theme here? They're not asking Jalen Milroe to throw the ball 30-plus times. That's not how Alabama, not with him. Right. You could do that with Tua. You could do that with Bryce Young. He's not as efficient or proficient at throwing the football like those guys. With that being said, they had to feel good. I don't think Alabama has lost back-to-back games since 2013. So you got to go back a long time to find out when an Alabama team lost back-to-back games.
That's the issue.
That streak continues.
Hey, brother Jalen Milroe, you see how they running the ball like that? They were able to run the ball efficiently today. And what that also tells me is the coaches aren't trusting him because of the turnovers. They're taking the ball out of his hands. They're taking the ball out of his hands. And if he can fix that, if he can fix the turnovers and the mistakes and protecting the ball, then it can for him and the team itself, it can
open it up
exponentially. Because when you play better teams, where you're not going to be able to run the ball like you like to, because they're a little bit more stout up front, and at the second level, you're going to have to throw it. So they're going to have to trust you and put the ball in your hands.
Right.